All right, so I think I settled on the tasty elote maker. So when I was a kid, I sold corn on the cob at the local park to the people who were, playing soccer, and that got me enough money for toys. So the way I envision this thing is I guess the requirements. He said requirements. So one is to cook the cob. Two is peel the cob. When I did it, I would steam the cob, but sometimes I liked it better cooked on an open flame. That might be a little tricky for this project. But I always cooked it with the husk on. And that might make things also pretty hard. Cooking it with the husk on, I felt like it left more flavor. So I don't think that's a mandatory requirement. And then 3, flavor. I have the idea that you could pick different flavors or like 2 styles, sweet and spicy, which is my favorite, also the default style. That one's crema, cheese, I can't spell cheese, whatever. Let's see, chili powder. So that's one style. The other style, I think, I can't remember. We're gonna call it the acid and fat, maybe. And I think that one was just basically just butter, salt, pepper, and lime juice. Cooking, this is a requirement. This needs to happen. I don't think peeling the cob is necessarily a requirement because I could probably do it ahead of time. Oh, and the last thing, okay, hold on. Should serve it on a plate. Right. So, cooking the cob. So I've given some of these things some thought. All right, so peeling the cob, I don't think is a requirement. I'm going to assume that we're going to do this one. This is default style. If I have enough time, maybe there's a way of doing it this style. And then I think this is a requirement, serving it on a plate, because, come on. We're not animals here. So cooking the cob. So I'm going to do this. Cooking the cob. So originally I was thinking I could like a toaster oven, like a toast maker, using electricity basically. But because it's mechanical, this may not be allowed. I don't know. The other idea was with gas or propane. This I thought of either using a blowtorch or I remember once upon a time I saw a video of a homemade camping stove. So I thought maybe a camping stove. I hike a lot, and camp a lot, or I used to anyway. So that could be a thing. Maybe in the video they had like some kind of soda can that they had split in half, and they used like the 2 bottoms. So this is like the bottom of one can and the bottom of another can. And in the top can, they had little holes, and inside was some kind of gas that was lit and would produce a flame. For this, I imagine that a can won't do, but maybe a square pipe might work. And then somehow I can plug up the ends and like feed fuel in somehow and have little holes this way. I was thinking that the corn would somehow sit on top like a spigot. Oh, that reminds me, with the toaster oven. So with the toaster oven, I was thinking, so you have, normally in a toaster oven, you've got like the toast that goes inside of the little thingamajiggy, the toaster. And I guess that's not really called a toaster oven, I guess. I don't know what that's called. Just a toast maker? I don't know. And inside you've got the little filaments here and here. So I was thinking something similar, but maybe a lot less safe. I was thinking that maybe I could have like the same, so the cob is horizontally here, or maybe even vertically, with toaster panels, one on top and one on bottom. And then this would have to rotate somehow. I'll just shove things in this way and that way. And this would rotate somehow. That was one idea. There's a camping zone. The blowtorch, I mean, that seemed like the go-to easy one. Basically just have a blowtorch on it. Maybe a pair of blowtorches. So this would be the cob. And then just have a pair of blowtorches trained on the thing. And also have this rotate somehow. That was the other idea. Let's rotate here. So that's for the cooking the cob. I'm trying to think of other ideas, but that's cooking the cob. Peeling the cob. I've given this one less thought. All I can think of is that if you have a cob like so, and I'm not trying to draw this too pretty, but it's got the husk here. If you have a utility knife, that as the cob rotates, peels it. My only worry is that it'll cut it, but then the things won't fall off. So I'm thinking maybe a little helping hand that like scrapes it off. So maybe a side view here. Assume that the cob has been cut. It's rotating this way, and have like a little shovelly thing, so that once, I guess this would have to fall into place though, because so step one would be it cuts it, right? A blade approaches this and cuts it, and then this would have to like move away, and then this would be like part A, and then part B, this whole thing, once it's been cut, this thing like a little spatula thing would have to like fold down. There's like a series of utilities, the cutter and the, that's the only way I can think of doing it, or not just load a pre-thing. But that makes me think that a requirement I didn't consider is, or didn't name outright, requirement 5 is a holder for the cob as it's being worked on. So as I'm saying that, I kind of like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of I don't know if you've seen those toys, old-timey toys where it's like a little, I think they call this a gyro that spins, and it's got like a little track that it spins on. and like the thing spins down the little track and does stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe I can do a little track where the cob sits on. And that it spins, and like it's something would have to like hold it. In my mind, it would like spin through the stages or the steps. So one stage would be like the cooking zone, then the peeling zone, and then this would continue down this way, and then the flavor zone, like that name, flavor zone. This is the good one right here. And then the plate zone here, or I guess there'd just be a plate and it would fall off or something. That'd be fun. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So peeling the cob. Oh yeah, flavoring the cob. Okay, so flavor the cob. I've given this even less thought than the first two. So in my mind, I have this cob rolling. So a lot of what I'm thinking is predicated on that. If we stick with mayonnaise. I like an even spread on my corn. Like it's gotta be all the way. So the way I would do that by hand is I would like squirt a little bit of mayonnaise or crema here, and then like rub it all the way around. So I'm wondering if maybe similar to the peeler, I have a little thing that like falls on here. Oh, how would that work? I don't know. I don't know, maybe like a thing that squirts dollops on top in one step, and then on another step like spreads it, has like a little spatula-y thing that just rubs it, but you can't rub it too hard. Okay, I can think of that. I think I've got an idea for that. Just to spread it out, and then the last step to add, oh no, second to last, cheese. So I can think of two things for that. Either it rolls, like imagine there's a track and here's the cob, and it's got the little things that are holding the cob in place. This entire time I failed to mention I'm thinking that there's things sticking out, and it's rolling along the track, and maybe at some point it has to like go into a tub. And the tub has cheese. Look, I spelled it right this time. So like it would be in here as it moves that way. Or have some kind of, it's the same thing, track, some kind of hopper, I'm thinking, that when it gets to a particular point, like there's a hopper with like a little doorway. Problem with this is that cheese will get stuck, I think. I've had this happen to me. So like I'd have to like vibrate this. Be like a wire mesh down here. Vibrate. so that you can get like a nice powdered coating as the thing rotates. But then does this rotate in place or does this travel with it? That gets complicated. And then kind of the same deal with the chili powder. That's for the flavor, the default flavor. I use the back side of this. Normally I use a pencil. Here, so for this one, this is butter, lime juice, and salt and pepper. So some of these have already been thought through in the other one. I'm gonna focus on the lime juice. Although butter, I think, could be easy if butter melts. You don't have the same problem as cheese. The lime juice, I was thinking that if you have the Cobb thing, maybe you can get, and I would really like to do this actually, a little mister, a little spritzer, something that like what's that, Banaka spray, or something that just squirts the top, a nice light, because I don't like lime juice too much, just enough to get the salt and pepper to stick. Something like that I can think of. Anyway, those are my thoughts for now.